Hello. This week you have a project. Remember, projects are worth about 25% of your grade, so a 0 will drop your grade substantially. It's very important that you do this project. This project is fairly simple and straightforward. I'm doing a quick video because this week I'm proctoring the Casey and will not be as available as I usually am for help. Although if you have questions, please let me know. I just don't have as much time as I usually set aside for math. But please contact me with questions. So first off, as always, we file, make a copy. Please name it your first and last name. Get rid of template. Okay, I want to work with my own copy. Please share it correctly. Otherwise, it will not be graded if I can't open it, and if it's not shared with anyone with a link, you lose 20% right off the top. So share. Advance. Change to anyone with the link. Change to can edit and save. Then of course you copy and paste that into GradPoint. This is a pretty straightforward project. It's as if you're at the bank and you are a witness. There was a bank robbery. You're going to read through the suspect's testimonies and interview the witnesses. I don't know why there's a big space there, but scroll down. So you'll be filling this out. You can't really fill it out until okay, I hopped over to GradPoint. I didn't want to waste the time, but the suspect's testimonies are here, and you're going to fill it out. So suspect 1 says, I was at the bank for 30 minutes. I spent an equal amount of time in line and at the banker, and with the banker. So that means if suspect 1 was in the bank for a total of 30 minutes, oops, I had too many tabs open, and they spent an equal time in line with the ATM, in line at the ATM and in the banker, so that's easy enough. Total time was 30 minutes into 3 equal parts is 10 minutes in each line. So that's an easy one. You're going to read through suspect 2 and 3's testimonial to see how much time they spent and where they spent their time. Finally, then, you're going to look through the witness's statements. And statement 1, you can see it's done for you. Witness 1 says the thief spent 43% of his time in the bank with the banker. So we look at, we have to go back and look at the testimonials above. So suspect 1 spent a total of 30 minutes in the bank. That's going to be your denominator every time. And now we're going to look at total time in the bank over the time with the banker. Again, suspect 1 spent a total of 30. That'll always be your denominator. And in this case, witness 1 saw him with the banker suspect 1 was with the banker for 10 minutes. So your numerator is going to be the 10 minutes that he was with the banker over the total time, which is 30 minutes. And it's just a fraction division problem. 10 divided by 30 is 33%. And in this case, again, suspect 2 spent a total of 30 minutes and spent 13 with the banker. 13 divided by 30 is 43. And suspect 3 spent 30 minutes total and 21 minutes with the banker. That's a long time with the banker. That's 70% of the time. So now you look and go, okay, which matches that the robber spent 43%? Suspect 2. So witness 1 named suspect 2. You're going to do the same thing for each of these. It's very straightforward. Every time your denominator, for the most part, will be, let's see, the denominator will be the total time spent. So total time spent is the denominator in this case, and then time spent in line will be your numerator. In this case, total time spent, again, is the denominator, and at the ATM will be the numerator, and then you just do the division. After that, you just take a look at, go through each one, boom, 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 there's 7 witnesses, and then all you do is add up the total number of accusations for suspect 1, 2, and 3, tell me who had the most, and then you are going to, your second part is to create a two-way frequency table. Pause that for just 1 second, and I'll be right back. Okay, so you're going to use the two-way frequency table to do the next few activities. For instance, what percentage of people with blue eyes have brown hair? So in this case, you need to know the total number of blue eyes, and that'll be your denominator. And out of those total number of blue-eyed people, how many have brown hair? And that's the numerator. So in this case, again, the denominator is 18. I'm going to insert real quick equation, and I want it to be a fraction. So 7, that's tiny. And then add up 7 plus 8 is 15, 16, 17, 18, 7 out of 18. Sorry, that's so little. Return, and then again it's a division, right? When we 7 divided by 18 is 38.88888. So I'm going to round that to 38.9%. And that's as easy as that. I don't know if I can make that bigger for you. Can I make that bigger? There you go. So 3 points, 1 point for having the correct numerator, 1 point for having the correct denominator, and 1 point for having the correct percentage. You're going to do the same thing for the rest. This is a fairly simple, straightforward project. If you do have questions, let me know. It is still worth as much as any other project. When you're done with this and you have extra time, please go back and redo any lessons and post-tests, especially any low grades below. I mean, if you have any zeros, start there. But anything below an 80%, you want to bump your grade, please take this time and the rest of this week to take care of those grades. And if you have any questions, contact me.